pet obsessions of various factions in this party that is trying to take actual state power. None of them get to the main issue at hand. Again, if you listen to the voters, which is, and what they're running their ads on, the economy, inflation. Now, you could run ads saying, well, isn't it bad that milk is expensive and rent is going up? And it is. But what are Republicans going to do about it? That's the part of this that's just totally unclear. They never really have to answer for it. What will you do to bring down gas prices? That brings us to the most dangerous House Republican ploy yet. In order to force Democrats to negotiate on their terms, specifically on spending cuts, a House Republican majority, Senate too, I think, but definitely the House, will hold the U.S. government and all of us and the global economy hostage. They will refuse to raise the so-called debt limit, which is basically a trivial accounting authorization, simply allows the U.S. government to process debt is already incurred. That's it. They will refuse to do that. Now, if they bust through it, they don't raise the debt limit, it would most likely mean like genuine domestic and global financial calamity at a time of tremendous uncertainty. And when they take that hostage, they will say, we're going to do this unless you agree to voting for enormous cuts to spending, including Social Security and Medicare. Again, this is the big answer to the question, okay, we care about the economy, we care about inflation, Republicans are running against the Biden economy, what are you going to do about it? This is the plan. And they're not running campaign ads on this particular plan because most of them are not soft-headed enough to believe there's a constituency for it, but they aren't exactly hiding it either. Just ask Republican Congressman Jim Banks of Indiana, the guy who heads up the committee responsible for setting up his party's agenda.
Should the debt limit marker be an opportunity for negotiations with the White House on issues like spending, or should that debt limit just be put aside because it's too risky to include that in a political discussion?
No, I think it has to be. It's a major leverage point for the House Republican majority to use to control spending. And we've seen the national debt now surpass $31 trillion. It is a key driver of inflation. We have to use a moment like that to do things that the administration wouldn't otherwise do, that Democrats don't support. Like,
there are enormous risks to that.
Spending caps, balanced budgets, cut wasteful discretionary spending. That has to be on the table when it comes to a debt limit vote.
So you heard it. This is the explicit plan to fight inflation. Strap on the explosive vest, hold the government, the full faith and credit of the United States for ransom, unless Democrats agree to painful cuts to government spending, which is a fine thing to say, like, in the abstract, but where would those come from? Republican leader Kevin McCarthy, who's likely to become the next speaker if Republicans retake the House, has said as much as well. And again, Republicans are smart enough, some of them, to be cagey about what exactly eliminating wasteful spending means, but not all of them. Earlier this month, Bloomberg News reported some wanted to tie the debt ceiling explicitly to, and I'm quoting here, cuts to Medicare and Social Security. Medicare and Social Security.